God, I hope it's here. Ah, not here. It's not here yet. Come on, Mr. Mailman. Let's check again. Not me. Come on, be there. Oh. Not yet. Mailman finally went, and I am hoping it is here. It's there. And it came. What do you say we do a video?
And as always, remember to like, share, and subscribe. You hit that notification icon to get a notification of my videos as soon as they're released. That way you don't miss any of them.
My package came in the mail, and I am actually very, very happy it did. I actually have a Viltrox adapter right here. Now, this is basically what you would get if you purchased a Canon adapter, but it's made by Viltrox, and it is very high quality material. It's made out of aluminum. It's anodized aluminum, and it's high quality, guys. Now, but if you look at this, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Oh, by the way, for those of you that care, this is my Canon T6i, and this is my Canon M50. We're shooting in 4K over here, and 1080p over here. I can't go any higher than 1080p on this camera, but we'll make it work. So, as you guys can see, it's just an adapter. So, this is awesome, and this, again, cost me about $45. If I purchased this with the name Canon on it, it would be $250. And again, there is no glass in it. So it's doing nothing. It's doing nothing to enhance the footage going in. I shouldn't have put my finger in there. That is, you guys, you shouldn't do that. But I won't be using this much crop, because when you use those lenses on this M50, as soon as I put that lens on, it crops. It's, I think, a 1.5 crop. So it makes the image look big. So it makes the image look basic. It makes the image look like I'm shooting in 4K. So if I'm shooting in 1080p and I put if I put this adapter on and one of my lenses, it looks like I'm shooting in 4K, because it instantly just goes whoop, crops in on the image. But this one actually has a piece of glass in it, draws the image down. It scales the image. It scales the image back down to about, not perfect, but about true to form size. So it's awesome, guys. Now, the only drawback is this puppy cost me about $120. You can get them used for about $80 to $90. I highly recommend just getting one new. That way you know that there are no scratches on the lenses or anything like that. Let's go ahead and open this up and let you guys see what it looks like. Be careful I don't drop it. And of course it's got writing, or it's got your pamphlet in there. Definitely, guys, if you don't understand how this technology works, make sure you read this. But it has instructions on how to use it, how to put it on, the whole 9 yards. So read that and don't get rid of it. They do have it in a plastic container to keep the dust off of it, and I like the fact that it comes in a cutout sponge packed box that you can keep it in. So if I'm not using it, I can put it back in the box, put it in my camera bag, and I'm good to go. You know what that is, guys? That's that freaking stuff to keep the moisture out. Don't eat this. This is my public service announcement. Do not eat this shit. It will kill you, all right? That's it. That's all the public service announcements you're going to get from me on this video. I mean, I just like the way they package it. I mean, they package it. It's cut out very, very nicely. It fits very snug. and nothing's going to happen to it. It works great. So we shall pull it out of its wrapper. And again, it looks just like the other Viltrox adapter I have. It's got the little shoe on the bottom that you can mount this in your tripod now, so that all the weight's not hanging off the end of the camera. Because if you have a camera like my T6i and my M50 that have a plastic body, all that weight of the lens and the adapter kind of wears on the adapter that you click this to on the camera. Because that is the only part that's metal on the camera, is the ring that this clicks into and that all your lenses click into. So, now, they look alike. Unless you didn't know the difference, they look alike. But what really sets this one apart from the other one is as soon as we take this cap off, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a lens inside of that. Yeah, there you go. Right there. See that lens shining? So there's a lens in here. That's what makes this freaking thing awesome. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the Viltrox adapter onto this camera here. And what I want to do is I want to put a different lens on this. I want to put an EF and EFS lens on this, and let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Okay, so that's what it looks like when you put it on. Notice it has a little shoe underneath it that allows you to attach this part right here now to your tripod as opposed to this part. Because remember, there's a lot of weight of a bigger lens and all that, putting stress on the body of the camera. So this relieves that. So everything is now going to hang right from here. You don't have to mount it there. I highly recommend that you go ahead and mount it right here. I'm going to go ahead and put a lens on this, and we're going to put it in the tripod, and let's see what it looks like now. And let's go ahead and put I don't know, I'll figure it out. I'll put some kind of lens on it. But I want to show you the difference between this adapter and the other one. I actually have some other footage from a video I did I think last week. I'm going to pull that out and put it in here so you can see the difference in the crop. So let's go put this on. Let's go ahead and put this on as my B camera instead of my GoPro. Hey GoPro. I use this GoPro to fill in for me, and it's a nice camera. I get a lot of B-roll with it. I do a lot of slow motion shots, stuff like that. The only problem is it's got such a wide field of view. Even though I crop it down to a really narrow field, it's still, wide field. Everything's in focus with this. I never have to worry about focus with my GoPro. So let's go ahead and throw a lens on this, and we'll go ahead and use this as one of my main cameras. Okay, we're back. I now have the Viltrox adapter on the M50 right now, and I'm running my 50 millimeter prime f1.6, I think. I think it's an f1.6. This is a lens that is a non-variable lens. It is an EF lens. Now, I made a mistake throughout the video saying that this wasn't that this would use EF and EFS lenses and convert them over to EF-M lenses, but I was completely wrong. This adapter only works for EF lenses. I think I have this one and another one, and I have two EFS lenses. So it's helped me out some, but it's not helped me out entirely. So either I get another adapter, which I looked all over, and I can't find any for both EF and EF-M lenses. If you guys know of any, please link them in the description below the video or comment. Let me know where I can get one. That would be awesome. But you guys can see there's no major crop on it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, and we're going to have the lens on my M50 over there. We're going to take that 50 millimeter EF lens, put it back on the EF-M camera, the M50, but instead of using the Viltrox adapter I'm using now, which is the speed booster, I'm just going to use the adapter, the $24 one, which would do the same thing if I would go out and get a Canon adapter. Has all of the electronic attachments. It just doesn't give me the magnification off focus. But as you guys can see, the magnification's working great. I can see the focus is coming in and out, but that's what you get with 4K. And I am about 5 feet from the camera right now. I'm going to switch this out with the other adapter that has no magnification to it. I'm going to let you guys see what the difference is between the speed booster and just the Viltrox adapter, which is basically a Canon adapter with the Viltrox name. So let's go ahead and swap this out. Okay guys, there you go. I have not done anything. I am running my 50mm lens over here. Now I did turn the autofocus off because it just searches for autofocus so bad in 4K. Guys, the 4K on the Canon M50 is terrible. It's usable, but you got to be careful. Keep an eye on it. And if you have a loud lens like this cheap, this is a Yingao. It's a $50 lens that I bought brand new off of Amazon. Highly recommend this lens. It's a great lens, great piece of glass, super clear. I have it on a regular focus, and this is not a variable lens, so I can't dial it back, so to speak. So notice the crop. Now, from this distance, I'm about 5 feet from the lens right now. At 5 feet from the lens, my chin is at the bottom of the screen, and my forehead is at the top of the screen. That is a huge crop. So if you bought the Canon adapter, which is basically what this Viltrox is mimicking, this is what you're going to see. Nobody likes to see an image like that. That is terrible. I mean, unless you like looking at yourself up close. So, you know, I mean, this is more like it, and actually even a lot closer, like maybe about there. But again, this is more like it. This is more like, you know, what you'd want to use for vlogging. There are two options you can get from Viltrox. One's going to run you 45. The other's going to run you anywhere from 125 to 200, depending on where you get it and what time of the year it is. I highly recommend that you get them both. There are some lenses out there that actually look good when you put it on the non-magnified adapter. It just makes it a great lens with the M50. But again, there are lenses that I'm using like this 50mm prime that just now it's more like an 80 to 100mm. No, it's not 100mm. It's more like an 80mm or an 85mm lens now, and it's just, you know, it's unusable. You know, I suppose if you had to, you could vlog with it, but you want to see more than just your face. You'd like to see your shoulders, a little bit of your arms, a little bit of air across the top of your head, you know, stuff like that. Maybe a couple people in the background, but you can't do that with this. So guys, this concludes the video for the Viltrox lens adapters for the Canon M50. If you're interested in it, I'm going to put links down in the description where you can buy both of these. And again, I highly recommend, you know, both of them. Start out with the cheap one at first. Once you get the cheap one, that will open up a world of lenses for you. Now, I was making a mistake earlier in the video, and I was saying that that the speed booster was working with you know, with EF and EFS lenses, and it doesn't. But the Viltrox adapter, that's not the speed booster, that works with both lenses. So I can run both EF and EFS lenses on my M50 with that adapter. So that's a nice thing. I just really, really wish that that speed booster would have been the same thing. I thought I was getting the same thing except magnified. Apparently I wasn't. So any of you out there want to trade me, if you have one, I can't seem to find one, I'll trade you. Just joking. So guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe. I want to thank you all for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one.